Last time we looked at designer fragrances that could do with a niche reboot. Today, the tables are turned. What about niche fragrances that could potentially do very well as designer fragrances? Can that happen? Well, certain fragrances have done that. Mostly Creed. Milicia Imperiale Sean John Unforgivable was a success. Aventus 2 Mont Blanc Explorer was indeed a success. So, here are 7 niche fragrances that could do well as designers. 7, Creed Viking. Okay, let's just get this out of the way. It was inevitable, we knew it was coming, so let's do Creed Viking. Viking smells like a sort of tribute to 90s fragrances. So let's make a more streamlined scent and add some good spices. Which company could pull this off? That's the question. Who could make something that smells spicy, quite traditional, wearable, sophisticated? I'd say Vulgari. In fact, I would actually add this into their Vulgari Man line. I would call this Vulgari Man Gold. They've already got silver, they're not going down to bronze, so let's kick it up all the way to gold. It would be the perfect culmination, in my opinion, of the Vulgari Man line. It would be regal, stylish and sensible, spicy and sophisticated. And, golden. Who should perfume the designer version of Viking? Well, it's got to be Pierre Bourdon, hasn't it? It's got to be Pierre Bourdon, I think. Mostly out of selfish reasons. I want the saga to continue. But I think he would genuinely be good. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go and watch this or this video. Number 6, Parfums de Marly, Herod. Parfums de Marly themselves have had some brushes with controversy in the cloning department. Some people insistent that they are a bit of a clone house themselves. One thing is for certain though, people love their fragrances. Herod is a cinnamon, pepper and, to my nose, even though this certainly isn't listed, Nutella bomb. So which designer company could do this? Well, my first thought, naturally I think, was Paco Rabanne. I mean, the bloke who contributed heavily to 1 Million, Olivier Peuchot, did create Herod. But honestly, I think there is another brand that could do it better. Step forward, Victor and Rolf. Have it as Victor and Rolf and have it as a Spice Bomb flanker. Spice Bomb Absolute. I mean, everybody's doing it. I would get Peuchot on board, but I'd also get Alberto Mor e Yas Queen to help out and make this a more sophisticated and designer-friendly fragrance. He does know what he's doing with these darker, sweeter fragrances, even though his wheelhouse is usually marines and citruses. Those two together, I think, would make something that would quite literally be the bomb. Number 5, Xerjoff Natsos. Okay, right, so right off the bat, don't murder me when I say this, okay? Please put the pitchforks down. You see, with the vanilla and orange warmth, it does remind me of Ultra Zest, which it does remind a couple of other people, but it actually reminds me a little bit of Hugo Boss bottles. It's not the same smell, obviously, but a relatively similar vibe. So first things first, get Anique Monardo. She knows the Boss bottle DNA so well, she will know how to integrate the Xerjoff Naxos elements with the Boss bottle DNA just to make it a proper flanker. And then get my boy, Jacques Hussler, who is the king of Angel Men and knows how to do that vanilla orange bake smell. And boom, you have Boss bottled warmth. I'd buy that in a heartbeat. Number 4, Amouage Reflection Man. So I know immediately where you probably think I'm going to go with this, right? It's going to be like a Jean-Paul Gaultier Lamal flanker, right? Because everybody says that Reflection Man smells like a niche version of Lamal. I thought about it. But honestly, at this point, I don't trust Jean-Paul Gaultier. They are so bloody incompetent at making decent Lamal flankers. I just don't trust like that anymore. So step up, Paco Rabanne. I mean, honestly, I actually see more similarities with Invictus and Reflection Man than I do La Male and Reflection Man. So who do we get? My instincts are Olivier Polge. Now, I'm uncertain if Olivier Polge can do that because he is Chanel's in-house perfumier, but I just feel he'd know what to do and how to do it. He knows how to do sweet fragrances and is just a talented bloke. Maybe he could do it under the radar without Chanel knowing and just give him a bunch of money and give him the job and don't tell anybody you can do that. It would be a new fragrance, it wouldn't be a flanker of any of the current fragrances, and I feel it could be called Paco Rabanne Empire, based on, I don't know, Greek empires, Greek orgies, whatever you want, Paco, mate, just fill your boots. I'd have the bottle as a Greek podium because that is 110% what Paco Rabanne would do, let's be honest. Number 3, Neanderthal Light. Last year, me and Chris from Fragmental did an insane, mind-bending review where I was him and he was me, and we had to unify the two bottles of fragrance to return back to our original selves. The link's in the description, there's a card. I'd honestly ask you to watch it, it's probably like my favourite Fragrance Apprentice cinematic project I've ever done. Go please watch it. And I still wear light to this day, every now and then. It's like you're feeling the cool breeze of the Himalayan mountains, or you're in a beautiful meadow in Switzerland with the mountains in the background. I have often wondered how you could translate this magnificent natural fragrance into a more designer user-friendly fragrance. I genuinely feel it could be done. It would be a challenge, yes, but if you added more citrus and more green, I think it could be there, but it would need power and it would need balance. I think of a fragrance recently that managed to pull that off and pull off making a niche fragrance into a wonderfully user-friendly, compliment-getting designer fragrance, and that is of course Mont Blanc Explorer. And so it would be Mont Blanc, and this writes itself. You'd call it Mont Blanc Mountaineer. I can see already the advertising campaign, everything, it's so clear and concise. I mean, for goodness sake, Mont Blanc is an actual mountain. But who would do it? Who would the perfumier be? For the aquatic citrus, just get Olivier Cresp. He's brilliant at that. But that soapy element that brings a beautiful cleanliness to it, the real backbone, you need someone who knows how to create that very well. So in step Antoine Maisondieu, who perfumed the Bottega Veneta pour-homme fragrances that smell, honestly, beautifully like a candle-lit bubble bath. Those two, I think, would be able to take the DNA of light and translate it so beautifully into something designer-wise, but still being quite creative. They could make a mountain out of, well, a mountain. Number 2, Oud Satin Mood by Maison Francis Kurkdjian. Oud Satin Mood is delightfully bold, heavy, delicious, and really bloody expensive. The reason being is that Oud Satin Mood is, as the kids today say, thick. It's oily, strong. You can't recreate perfectly the performance and the sheer scope of Oud Satin Mood, and that's fine. That's just a sacrifice we might have to make here. But that huge vanilla and woody oud combination is simply to die for. It could be rebooted into a fragrance that I personally have been asking for years and years. Angel Men Pure Vanilla. Okay, so we need Jacques Hussler. Obviously, he is Mr. Angelman. But that vanilla though, who do we get? Karine Dubreuil. She knows her ouds very well, and she did the infamous Eau de Beau by L'Occitane, which in itself is basically a designer reboot of Tobacco Vanille. Perfect CV and credentials for the perfect Angelman flanker that we still haven't got. And number 1, Enigma or Creation E, Roger Dove. Now, I can already feel Chris's adrenaline spiking and his heart rate elevating, and his thoughts probably being, don't you bloody dare, mate. But Chris, just hear me out, okay? Just hear me out. Okay, so I'm now properly drinking the Enigma or Creation E Kool-Aid. It's phenomenal. And one of the greatest oriental spicy scents of the past few years, and the Parfum Cologne version to me is just amazing. The woody, oriental, vanilla with very light sophisticated tobacco and black pepper is truly breathtaking, and it's just so bloody posh. Wearing the scent is an occasion within itself, so it's that good you need arguably the best and most stylish designer house in the world. You need Chanel. So with Chanel, you're already stuck with Olivier Polge. But complaining that you're stuck with Olivier Polge is like these celebrities complaining that they're stuck in lockdown in their multi-million-dollar mansions. Sodding stupid. Olivier Polge is amazing, and he could easily create a designer Chanel-inspired version of Enigma. But what would it be called? So I'd say that you get the Enigma DNA of the vanilla, tobacco, cognac, and all that good stuff, and add some sandalwood, which he's very good at, and some light cherry notes, and you have Rouge de Chanel. I know, right? Bloody Rouge de Chanel. A fantastic counterpart to blue. It would be, I'm sure, a staggering hit that Chanel could milk for years and years and years with eau de parfum version, extrait de parfum version, and then they could go too far and make Vert de Chanel, and then you'd have the full system of traffic lights. So there you have it. Those are my 7 niche fragrances that could potentially do very well if they were rebooted as designers, and who would do them. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for the support. It really does mean a lot to me, and I really do appreciate it. Anyway, if you enjoyed this content and want to see more, then of course, feel free to subscribe. Thanks so much. I'm the Fragrance Press, and I'll see you soon.